Hello, Leo. Welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name's Wendy Wing. I'm doing your weekly psychic tarot reading, tuning into the week's energy, seeing what divine messages of guidance come through for you. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. If you'd like a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. It takes you right to my book online page. All right, this is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Cross watchers are welcome. Cards are already falling out. All right, in the past, we have the Seven of Wands in reverse. Letting your guard down. It feels like you were raised in an enmeshed type of family, where you weren't allowed to have your own healthy boundaries. You weren't allowed to have your own emotions. It feels like you're enmeshment, you're not really viewed as an individual human with your own feelings, your own desires. Wow. Looks like in your family of origin, you were responsible for others' emotions. It feels like you were made responsible for how other people feel. So there's a lack of emotional intelligence, a lack of maturity. It looks like your family, you might have... there's something to do with money and finances, like whoever holds the purse strings has the power, gets to dictate how things go, and it feels like very hierarchical. I think you know what I'm talking about. Top down, caste system. There's who has the power. It's very traditional kind of setup here, and creates an environment, because the leader, whoever's leading this family, they're leading from insecurity. They're just so... You might not have recognized this or realized this. You thought maybe they were confident that they get to act any way they want to behave. They get to go in anyone's environment, into anybody's business in the family. It creates instability, insecurity, a lack of confidence, because you're not allowed to stand up to this person. You're not allowed to march to the beat of your own drum. It's very much feels like life is very controlled. So it looks like when you went into partner, oh wow. So when you started having adult relationships and connections, that this was the type of partner that you were attracted to. Someone very domineering, someone tyrannical, someone who's doesn't feel like they lead with that, but this is someone who at the foundation is very insecure. They come off and as a leader, but really they lead through controlling and manipulating others. And so it looks like in romantic relationships, you didn't feel confident. There was a lack of self-love, a need to... it feels like you never got your needs met in your family of origin. And so I'll try it again. And this feels familiar. I'm really drawn to this, but in this relationship, but it also has the same characteristics, a lack of... so in an enmeshed relationship, you're not allowed to have you're not an individual. You are for this person. This person needs to be the center. This person needs to be centered in the relationship. And it's your fault for how they feel if they're not feeling. It's your fault if they're not feeling great, but they give themselves the credit if they are feeling great. So there's no appreciation for what you bring to the table. It feels like you've got a job in this relationship. Your job is to make them happy, and that it's impossible. Wow, interesting. This when you were in this relationship in the past, it brought out the worst of you. You're toxic. So it feels like one of you was fulfilling, it feels like you were each looking at each other to be the parent that you never had, to finally get your needs met. So codependent, it feels like the feminine energy, one had daddy issues, father issues, and was looking for someone to finally not abandon them, to love them and show them how to be an individual, give them strength, give them confidence. But instead, it feels like just going deeper into toxic relationships. And then the masculines looking for that nurturing mother energy. I think you might have believed that this is like your match. This is match made in heaven. And it does seem that there is a very specific reason that you came together in this relationship with this person, where you both showed up and ended up being the toxic versions of yourselves. It looks like coming out of this relationship, you're seeking how to care for yourself instead of seeking a partner to fulfill some unmet needs that you never got met during childhood. It feels like you're maturing and loving and nurturing and healing those wounds so you can be the adult in the room. So you're not in a state of neediness, and learning how to parent yourself. I'm going to meet my needs. I'm not seeking someone outside of me, external, to meet my needs. I'm learning how to meet my own needs. So I'm independent and looking for connections where there's interdependency instead of codependency, needing, clinging, I need you to do this for me. All right. Wow. Leo, in present time, we have the Hanged Man in reverse. So you're done sacrificing yourself in connections. It looks like you've realized that that a lot of your connections and relationships have been created, grown out of these unhealed wounds from your childhood. Wow, you've got this new beginning, new opportunities coming in. New opportunity. Wow, it's like you've got new timelines. Now that you're seeing things, now that you're letting go of what no longer serves you and making decisions in real time about, I'm not overgiving. I'm not going to sacrifice myself for someone else, for someone else. Yeah, I'm not going to sacrifice myself for someone to be in connection with them. I don't have to not exist, to not show up. I want to show up and be allowed to be myself, an individual with my own feelings, my own emotions, my own truth, my own way of seeing things. It feels like this is very new. It looks like you've created you're manifesting consciously a new beginning for yourself where there's not this pain and woundedness from the past. So it looks like you're making very brave choices, honestly. It feels like you're excited about these new opportunities, this new direction, a new way of being. The person from your past, it looks like they remain unapologetic. There's a lack, they feel very shallow emotionally. They feel justified in how they treated you. It feels like, this might be for some of you, it feels like they purposely wanted to punish you. Maybe at the end, something there, and they remain unapologetic. They feel justified. There's some that they have some justification, some reasons. The reasons are you wanting to leave the connection. Even it feels like they could feel you leaving, feel your new beginning. On some level, they knew that it feels like that's why they I don't know if they would tell you that, but it feels like they want to punish you for not seeing them as they see themselves, for wanting to put yourself in the center of your own experience. Yeah. They're going sure, you can have that freedom, but going to make you pay for it. This is, I don't feel like this person would ever admit to this. They're too much in their ego, but it's definitely how they're acting. Punishing. All right, Leo, what's hidden this week is the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Not learning a new way of being. Okay, so what's been hidden is not healing, not learning a new way of being from childhood before you went into adult relationships, created fiction that wasn't the truth. The fiction, a depiction of we're happy, everything's fine. This is my soulmate. This is my happily forever after. But it didn't have the growth. It wasn't what you expected. It wasn't the happily ever after. It feels like there's a lack of growth, that this person, not the type of growth that you wanted. It feels like you wanted to create something really different. So it looks like, looking at the energies here, they might have said when you met this person from your past that you have the same ideals, but they didn't. It feels like they told you what they needed to tell you so you would stay around. It feels like that's a strategy they have. They know what to say to get you to believe them and to get to move you around, and to control you, but they that wasn't the truth. It looks like by not working with this person, by breaking up with this person, it's brought some balance to your life, a lot of balance. It feels like staying in this connection kept you very out of balance. You're letting go of codependency, obsession, toxicity, addiction, trauma bonds. You're making very different choices as you go forward and you're healing. Wow. Great job, Leo. All right, the advice this week is the Five of Wands in reverse. A lack of fight, giving up the fight. A lack of competition. Wow. It looks like with the Six of Cups in reverse, it came this way, but this image is just, it's like realizing that when you're remembering, nostalgic about the past, it feels like you're realizing this isn't love. I thought this was love, but now from this vantage point, at the end of the relationship, looking back, it feels like a realization that that's not love. There's no love in those cups. So it looks like I'm done fighting for something that was not fulfilling, and there's not love there. This person is saying that this is love, but wow, you're making it very clear in the advice. I don't want to give my energy to, I don't want to invest in this relationship. I don't want to invest in this person because I don't get what I'm wanting out of it. There's giving up. I'm exhausted. I don't want to deal with this. It looks like you're kind of going your own way, turning your back. You might go no contact with this person because feels like you're sitting with your emotions. A lot of emotions are coming to the surface. A lot of emotions that throughout your childhood and in relationships, it looks like where you've repressed your own feelings to stay in connections. So you're allowing those emotions to come up, to be felt. This has been coming up in personal readings the last week or two, are people who have in the past repressed emotions, repressed, and they might intellectualize how you feel without really allowing yourself to feel the emotions that are coming up. And when you feel those emotions, let go of the storyline and just feel the uncomfortable emotions, feel where they're coming from, feel where in your body, and to get them moving through and out. It's a physical body, so movement. How can I shake? How can I flick off this energy? Do I jump up and down? I know it looks silly, but or like an energy. What does the energy of this emotion sound like? The rage, the upset of is coming up now. So rage, like how can you give expression? It feels like you were raised where you're not allowed to have your own emotions. You're not allowed. So allowing your emotions to have a voice. You can scream into a pillow. It feels like shaking loose and letting what has been stuck come out to be expressed. So hope that's helpful. All right, Leo, that's your reading. Take care. Have a great week.